So this is a Peloton. This is the bike that there was some controversy on and blah. I think it's just a way to sell more bikes. But the interesting thing about this is when it was ordered at the beginning of August, and it took 6 weeks because the backlog was that much. Because during the COVID, everybody just wants to not go to the gym and just work out at home. Understandable. This thing, is it good? Is it worth it? We got it just over 2 weeks ago, and I didn't want to just talk about it and do, hey, look at this, it's all shiny and new, which, I mean, it still sort of is, I guess, but I really wanted to use it. So every morning I'm cotton up, and I've used this thing for the last 14 days now, and for how I use it, for what I do, I think it's good enough. It's good enough for a good cardio workout, and it's good enough to have enough interactivity and enough data points so that way you feel like you're accomplishing something and feels like you're moving towards a goal, I guess. The big thing about this is it has a large screen. This thing right in front of us. This screen, it's just a computer that's you actually have to connect this thing to the internet. It has a wireless module built in also. So you turn it on, you go to your workout. You can have workouts that are you either can be led by an instructor, or you can just go and freely go about and do whatever you want to do. Personally, I just like to go out and just give myself like 45 minutes and then go through and add tension, because there's a tension button here. What happens with this is you just turn it clockwise to add tension, counterclockwise to relieve tension, to take the tension out. But I think the environment's nice. There are all different levels of riding and different types of music for your rides, but it also has different types of workouts also. There's yoga, there's weight training, there's running, there's a walking program, there's meditation too. That's something that I've done now. I've just started to do the workout, take a shower, sit on the couch, pull it up on Apple TV, because there is a Peloton Apple TV app, sign in with my data, and I can do meditation afterwards. I think their ecosystem is quite large, and you're able to not only have one way of trying to work out, but there's all these different methodologies, which I think that's where it sets itself apart from everybody else, and that's its strength, really. Also, most of these are recorded, but if you're out at a certain time, you can watch a workout live, and you can set reminders for yourself. The interface is pretty interesting in as much as it keeps all your data. You can pull it up on your phone. You can pull it up on this. You can chart what you're doing, how your heart rate is. You can actually get a heart rate monitor, and this just wraps around you, and it automatically detects your body, and then it feeds it into here via Bluetooth. It's pretty nice. It shows you the graph. Like the Apple Watch will do that too. So I usually just run the Apple Watch as a secondary so I can see where I basically am. And for the most part, the numbers are almost identical for as far as heartbeat goes. So either they're both wrong or they're both right, right? So I think the one drawback of this thing is the mechanisms where you have to put your feet in. You don't have to buy these shoes, but there are other shoes that are compatible also. But the shoes are a pain to get into the pedal. But once you figure out how you put it in, how you have to, more importantly, take it out, especially after your legs are kind of wobbly after like a long workout, to take your feet out, that's a little bit better. But I think for the most part, for me, it's going to be great, because I don't have the excuse I haven't gone to the gym since March because of the pandemic, and now the gyms are open, but I'm not going to a place where there's a pandemic, a respiratory pandemic. Go to a place where a bunch of people are exhaling really heavily because that's what you do when you're at the gym. That's to me, I just don't. That's not a smart move. So having this in house, having this so regardless of what the weather is outside, I just come down to the living room. I can see my TV from here. Most of the time, I just put on a music or a book or a podcast or something and listen to it while I'm working out. So far, 2 weeks in, like I said, 2 weeks in, and it's become a routine. It's fairly easy to just get into the mode of doing that, but that's more here than this thing. That doesn't. This thing can just be a coat rack, and I would bet it'd be a really expensive coat rack, but a coat rack nonetheless for a lot of people. I think the interactivity for me, if you give me numbers and if you give me something where I can track and I have to keep a ball in the air basically, I'm all about it, and I can do that. And that's the bottom line with this is I've gotten into a routine, I can do it, and I am comfortable with it, and hopefully I'll get into better shape because of it. So overall, I think it's nice. It's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie to tell you that it's I guess it would be worth it if you want to keep track of your data, but you don't really want to have to worry too much about it. This will do all the work for you. I think that's the advantage. Whether that's the price point advantage, that's another debate. But that's Peloton, and hopefully I'll be in better shape and over the next few months.